The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has reinstated Ademola Adeleke as the governor of Osun State. Delivering judgment in the appeal filed by Adeleke last week Friday, a three-member panel of justices held that the election tribunal erred when it ruled that the first and second respondents, Gboyega Oyetola and the All Progressives Congress, proved their allegation of overvoting. The respondents, according to the appeal court, failed to tender the BVAS machines or call witnesses and experts to testify on overvoting. The court further held that the tribunal was wrong to have relied only on the table showing overvoting provided by Oyetola and the APC without giving due consideration to INEC's voter register. The court also issued a fine of 500,000 naira in favor of Adeleke. Joining us now on the show is Senator Ademola Adeleke, Governor of Osun State. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Governor Adeleke, thank you very much for joining us. Well, I guess...
Thank you so much.
Guess it's in order...
Dr. Abati.
I guess it's in order to say congratulations. Although the spokesperson of the APC in Osun State says that the matter is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. Does this give you any anxiety whatsoever?
No, not really. If they're going to go ahead to go to Supreme Court, they have the right, to do that. So I have my people on my side, and I have God on my side. So if they want to go ahead, it's their right to go ahead to the Supreme Court.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, you've said to your opponent, Mr. Gboyega Oyetola, that you should work together. At the end of the day, you're looking to build a state to work and progress the lot of the people of Osun State. Are you willing? Have you opened up conversations, lines of conversations? And then what is the response like? I know, as Dr. Abati has mentioned, they're looking to still seek further redress at the Supreme Court. But is there any form of perhaps having conversations for the good of the Osun people?
Well, immediately after the news of the appeal court, I tried to reach out. I called the former governor, Oyetola, to let us forge ahead to move Osun forward. But up to now, he has not, called me to congratulate me. And I'm still hoping that we do that, because we don't have any other state than Osun State here. So I'm ready. My hands are open. Then let's come together and move Osun State forward.
Okay, Governor Adeleke, a couple of things, and congratulations once again. How do you feel now with all of this? Do you still feel, unsure when you're going to the Supreme Court, or you feel very confident, as regards the finality of this case? And if you had the chance to talk to Governor Oyetola, you said you've tried to call him, he's not, returned your call. What would you want to say to him, as we speak? Because the case is quite fluid now. Then afterwards, I think the next round of question for me will be about development in your state, because you and Governor Oyetola there's still a lot of back and forth when you got in as regards the state of the debt in Offshore State. And I'd like you to put to throw some light on that issue. What's the state of the debt now and the state of the Treasury in the state as we speak?
Well, let me correct it. I did not say I put a call to him. What I said was that I'm still expecting him, to call me so that we can congratulate me. And if you want to do otherwise, to go ahead and go to Supreme Court, he has the right to do that. But when I first came in, I called all the Obas, all the kings, to just show them where we are that time about the depth of Osun State. And of course, we have a lot of issue that we have to solve. But I've moved on. I've moved on because I love my people, and my people love me. So I'm dealing with it slowly but surely. And of course, my 100 days has proven it, that if you're going to be a leader, you must have a fear of God. And all my campaign promises is not business as usual. All my campaign promises were kept within that 100 days. Well, like you said, if I have the opportunity to meet with the former governor, Oyetola, we're going to exchange notes, because I believe in democracy, and I believe that government is a continuous process. So, and it's a democracy. It is the people that will determine who they want. So that is just my point here. I'm ready. My hands are open for dialogue.
Talk to
for us
him
to
now,
move forward.
Because
just
imagine he's watching you now. What would you say to him? What would you say to Governor Oyetola if he's watching you as we speak?
I will tell him, my brother, my big brother, my friend, let's come together and move Offshore State, move Offshore State forward. And that's what I will tell him.
Governor, would you like to take us through some of the highlights so far since you assumed office in November last year? What we read in the papers is that you've been able to pay arrears of salaries and pensions. Was that to buy popularity? Where did the money come from? And then also expanding the digital space in Osun State. Then the question is, where is the money coming from? And then you are popularly known as the governor that dances at every opportunity. I noticed that over the weekend or so, you have added drumming to it. I saw a video where you were beating bandiri. Is the governor planning to start a musical band very soon? As a way of, providing leadership. Those two issues.
Okay, well, you see, I'm the type that when I was in high school, I love literature. And my bet, the quote, he said, "This life is like a tale told by an idiot, which is full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." So since then, when I was in high school, I remember that quote, and I take life, so easy. I take it so easy. And I love dancing. I love dancing. And I love dancing, praising my God and everything, because I don't believe that because you are a senator or you are a governor, you are even president, everybody have their hobby, what they do. But there's time for everything. Time to dance, even time to walk. So a lot of people, they know me as, dancing. Now, my 100 days are proving that, I walk too, because there's time for everything. I made my people happy. I can tell you, Dr. Abat, when I was coming in at my office, at the governor's office today, the civil servant, they came out in large number to come and receive me. So that's an encouragement for me, to do more, for them. Talking about where is the money coming from, I block all the leakages. And I always pray to God to give me the wisdom of Solomon to be able to lead my people. Because I'm a grassroots to the core. I like my people to be happy. When they're happy, I'm happy. So I have to sit down with my team. I have a very formidable team. I don't make any decision without the strong team that I have. Then we deliberate together and then to forge ahead. So that is where after blocking all the leakages, and I believe that anybody that works for you, and if you don't pay them, it's a sin. During my campaign, I promised Offshore people that I will pay the arrears that the previous government that they owe them. So that was what I did. I did that, and it's still ongoing. And of course, all the abandoned roads, which is major. My people are dying there every day, and I feel like I have to do something. So I have to talk to the contractor, which contractor. I wasn't the one that called the called the contractor and everything. The contractor was from the previous government. So we talked, and I said, look, you have to go back to work. I cannot afford my people to be dying every day. And that road, I gave him 2 months. And the road has been completed and commissioned. So many things is going on in Offshore now. I need for you, you see, I introduced what they call fact check. I need for you to fact check it. And one of these days I will invite you to Offshore State to come and see for yourself. And I can promise you Offshore State will be a reference point to other states. I thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation. I hope it's not just a doctor, that we all would get the invitation to come to Osun State, Governor. Now,
no, everybody, including Uayo.
Thank you.
And my brother, the Hussein. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's talk about what the opposition is saying. It's good that you've highlighted your key achievements or some of your key achievements in your first 100 days in office, but your opposition is saying something absolutely different. The chairman of the APC in Osun State, Mr. Tajuddin Lawal, has said that actually they're not convinced that you've done anything in the state in the first 100 days, that the significance of what you have been able to achieve is likened to you just coming in and not making a lot of impact. In fact, they actually call to question the fact that you received 90 billion naira and you spent the said amount, but they haven't seen a lot to show forth for that amount of money that you have spent. How would you respond to Mr. Lawal?
Well, first of all, I wish I received 90 billion in naira. I wish I've done that. I know what I could have done with that type of money. I never received any 90 billion naira. The facts are there for you to check. You can come over. We have an accountant here, and there's no way that I've received any 90 billion. My people are happy with what I've done. So far, so good. And I still have a lot of goodies for them. I'm not going to join issue with anybody, because I don't just talk. It's not a business as usual. I'm a different politician. I come from a very good background, that when you say something, you mean it.
Okay.
So that's just, I'm not going to join issue with anybody.
All right.
But you can fact check, you can ask questions. You are a journalist, so
All right.
That's making my people happy.
Governor Adeleke, so let me break down what he said or how he said the revenues come in. He said 15 billion naira came from FAC. He's mentioned that 11 billion from SIFTAS, 5 billion from NG Cares, 6.7 billion naira from federal government parastatal tax liability. He also said a further 3.2 billion naira for Nigeria for Women project, 4.9 billion naira for state of ease of doing business reforms, amongst others. So amongst the things that they've mentioned or they've broken down that you've collected, did you receive these amounts of money?
No, that is totally wrong.
Okay.
I've not received any money like that. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll be happy to receive it so that I can do more, for my people.
Okay. So a couple of things. I asked you earlier on, and I would like to double click on the state of the Offshore Treasury. I'd like to know from you, because there's been discrepancies, the opposition has responded that most of the debts you said they did owe, that some even date back to Ademola last time. What is the state of debt in Offshore State as we speak? That's number one. Number two, the opposition said you made a mistake. At a point you were talking, you said you were going to get 13% derivation from mining and gold mining in Ulesha and some other parts of Offshore State. But they are saying that normally the royalties are about 3 to 5%, and it's part of the 3 to 5% paid to the federal government in royalties that you now get 13% derivation from. What would you say about that? What deal and transactions are you having with all the gold and the mining companies in Offshore State as we speak today? And what is the exact amount of the Offshore State debt as we speak today, sir? Well,
the gold mine that you're talking about, we just when we came in, we have a lot of committee to look into different sectors, including the gold mine. They have just submitted their report, and I'm still trying to study the report. After the report, then the white paper will be issued. Then that's only when I can comment on that. And the issue that you was talking about, because I've been so busy trying to make sure I meet the deadline of my 100 days. I have to call the accountant, and so that he can be able to tell me, what is the debt as of today. Then I can tell you. I don't want to tell you anything that will not be true, or I'm telling you off head. But when I came in, the debt was about 402 billion or so. But right now, I still have to call my accountant. Maybe after the interview, I will call him and know the exact amount that we owe. Then I will get back to you on that. Thank you very much.
Well, Governor Adeleke, during this last election, State Houses of Assembly election in Osun State, your party was able to take 25 of the seats out of 26. APC got only 1. But I recall that in November, you had visited this same House of Assembly. At that time, it was the APC that had the majority, and you were appealing to the lawmakers to cooperate with you, that government is a continuum. But then March 18, your party practically, took control of that State House of Assembly according to the results. How did you do that? How did you manage? I guess you feel more comfortable now having your party as the main party in the House of Assembly. And is there any connection between how the election went and the outcome of the Court of Appeal case?
Well, I have to say this. This has really affirmed my election of July 16, 2022, that people came out and they voted for me. And of course, my 100 days in office, I have done a lot, for my people. And of course, during the campaign, I went around again to showcase to my people what I've done for them, and of course, what I have in stock for them. I think they believe in me, and that is why they came out and voted for PDP in that House of Assembly. And of course, in the February 25th of National Assembly, you see that we cleared everything. So the Osun people have spoken. They said they want Governor Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke because they're happy with me. They go around. When you come to Osun State, you will see there's fresh air. When you come to Osun State, you will know that my slogan is light. And when light comes, darkness vanishes. Everywhere is light. Everywhere is mole. So you can ask. Like I said, I'm going to invite you all to come to Osun State, and you'll be surprised that people love me. Anytime I come out from the street, they call it the street credibility. Even when I was coming today from to the office, people would troop out and appreciate me, and that always encouraged me, to do more, because I'm a grassroots to the core, and they believe that most of the politicians, they will tell them something, they will not do it, and they believe in me. That is why we got the result that we got. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Now, just to look at your inaugural speech, you gave quite a reassuring speech on your day of inauguration, and just a few things, some quick wins there that in your first few months in office we would have begun to see action. So you talk about local government autonomy. You have the benefit of having a majority, a significant majority in the State House of Assembly. I'd like you to just speak a little bit on that. You also speak about very clearly on the health sector and education, and also on including more women and young people in your government. It would be great to just outline some of the things you've been able to do in line with what you said during your inauguration, sir.
Okay, well, during my inauguration, I said that I will improve education. Our educational system is at the bottom. Like I said, well, we just got into government just 3 months. So we have set up a lot of committee that are looking into it. However, we have been able to have a digital economy, and of course, throughout the 332 wards simultaneously. And road construction is ongoing. Some are completed, some are still ongoing. And improving all the communities to make sure all the communities are doing well. And the communities come up with what they need as at that time. And we are doing it around all over throughout the Offshore state. And of course, free medical care is ongoing. Surgery. A lot of people that maybe a lot of people have died. A lot of people are just at the mercy because they don't have any money. I'm doing it round throughout the Offshore state, from one local government to other, for them to go and receive free medical care, free glass. Some people that cannot see well, they do that, especially the surgery. So a lot of people are benefiting from that free medical care. On education, our committee, have just submitted their report. We're going to take a look at it, and so that we can have that, that reform in education, so that our education, we move up. So that's what we are doing. We have a lot of committee that we have formed. I'm just 3 months here, so it's slowly but surely we shall get to every promises, and of course my inaugural speech that everything I said is going to come to pass, and it's going slowly but surely. We are just 3 months.
Well, thank you very much, Governor Ademola Adeleke, Governor of Offshore.